In his book, The Rest of the Gospel, Dan Stone describes what he calls the holy but. He writes, people always live after the but. The word, but. Go out and listen to people talk. Everyone lives after the but. Whether they're Christians or not, I don't care what they say first, before the but. It's after the but that you hear what they really believe. Have you ever found yourself saying something like, I know God loves me, but my life is falling apart. I know that God is my provider, but I don't have what I need. I know that God promised me wisdom, but all I have is confusion. In each of these statements, God's truth is before the but, and the feeling or circumstance is after the but, essentially canceling out the truth of God. But what if we put God after the but? Dan calls that the holy but. Jesus used the holy but in the Garden of Gethsemane. In Matthew 26, verse 39, Jesus prayed, My Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will. He was basically saying, Father, I don't want to be separated from you. If it's possible, let me out of it, but not as I will, but as you will. He acknowledged his feelings about going to the cross, but then he shifted his perspective to yielding to the Father's will. The holy but is a bridge. It picks you up from where you're stuck and moves you into faith. If we didn't have negative situations in life, we would never exercise faith. You don't deny the negative because it's real, and it's what prompts you to move into faith. I feel awfully weak, but God is my strength. I'm frustrated, but God is my peace. I'm experiencing lack, but Christ is my sufficiency. The holy but moves you from the level of soul, from thoughts and feelings, to the level of spirit, to faith, to allowing Christ to respond to situations with his life. The situation is the same, but you've shifted on the inside. David understood the holy but. In Psalm 13, he starts out saying, How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? He goes on to describe his sorrows and trials, but a few verses later he writes, But I have trusted in your mercy. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. Paul also understood the holy but. In 2 Corinthians 4, 8 and 9, he writes, We are afflicted in every way, but not crushed, perplexed, but not driven to despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed. Paul was living after the but. He put the trouble in front of the but and God or God's perspective after the but. Did that change the fact that he was afflicted, perplexed, persecuted, and struck down? Not at all. He continued to experience those things, but his perspective was not on the trials, but on the life of Jesus. The key is agreeing with God says and putting that after the but. Try it. The next time you're struggling in any area, acknowledge what the trial or emotion is and then say, but, and speak the truth of God that can overcome your current situation, and watch how God will shift your perspective from the trial to faith.